Welcome back to Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. This is Grandma Party.
And I'm Geoff, a ghost.
What makes you a ghost?
I'm dead inside?
Oh, God, I know a lot of lawyers.
No, it's not. It's like Space Ghost. I was born dead.
Oh, man, I met him in person once.
Oh, he loves heckling the line when they videotape him. I love George Lowe.
He is absolutely amazing. I don't know what he does anymore because he's not making work. But
he followed me on Twitter. I know he does that.
He doesn't do much, so if you go talk to George Lowe, he'll talk back to you.
That might be what I gotta start doing at work when I'm bored.
Just be like, George, what do I do? How do I reach these kids?
How do I reach these kids? Well...
Okay, so this is the Kung Fu Tower. This is the biggest pain in the ass to edit, because I think I edited out 22 fights from this video.
Yeah, I have no knowledge of the game at this point. I'm guessing several before this, so it's all new to me, despite watching several streams.
Okay, so you are familiar with what's going on.
Yes, I caught up on yours on the treadmill, but I saw Dog's original one forever ago, and then kind of missed some, and he had so many vidges that I kind of got overwhelmed, and I saw a couple other people, so I'm probably seeing like 75% of the game, just not in sequence.
Okay, then you're good. So basically, we are just going around collecting all the orbs from everyone to go through.
Alright.
The thing is, I'm powerful as hell to make fights go faster, so Mom can one-shot everything in this tower. Love her to death.
She's like an angry Princess Peach from Mario RPG, right?
Oh man, that's the best Princess Peach. What is the last Mario game you played?
The last new one? I mean, I probably the first DS one.
Which one was that?
I think it was just New Super Mario Brothers, right?
I think so. I think the last Mario game I played was Yoshi's Story, so I don't know any of these new people.
Yeah, I'll watch Mario Maker every so often, but I usually turn it off because it's just, I don't need to see people hitting their head against the wall for an hour.
But like I watch Mario Party, LPs, and I'm like, who the hell is Rosalina and who's this baby she's holding?
What's all these peoples?
Yeah, where do these people come from? Where do they fit in the lore?
I mean, I had Mario Kart on DS, and I was even confused as to the added people in that one. And I can only imagine how many more have been put in since then.
I will 100% pay to avoid any fights at this point in time.
Nice.
Wow, rude. Listen, we've gone over what it means to be a man in other LPs.
I like games that do give you the option to buy your way out of fighting.
This is an interesting dungeon just for the fact that you can avoid some fights.
Okay.
But, God, there's so many fights.
Yeah, one of my favorite things I've enjoyed since going back to play like role-playing games from when I was in school, I liked that a lot of the randomizers will let you just turn off battles.
Okay, so you're playing the old school ones with randomizers.
Yeah, a lot of the Super Nintendo ones.
Which is your favorite one to play right now?
Probably that Final Fantasy V Career Day one.
Okay, what makes Career Day different?
So it's basically, and I think this was a Skippyism after I described it to him. It's like, so it basically sounds like that 4-job fiesta, but less boring.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can set it up so that you just get your 4 jobs from the beginning and that's it, or you're given a random one, and then jobs can be anywhere. You can buy them, find them in a chest, and it opens the game up in very weird ways.
Nice. So, in this tower, each floor has 8 potential guys you could fight. And to get the treasure, you need to take care of all 8.
Oh, boy.
And half of them won't even fight you. You have to figure out the puzzle, and half are just standard fights.
So, this level, I mean, this tower sounds like a really terrible probability problem that I would give to my students, is what you're telling me here.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I was going to say now I'm trying to run through this.
Oh, we're still on the talking picture faces. Okay.
Yeah, this is Grandpa. We're in Lars's dungeon.
All right.
And I think this is the only appearance of Grandpa we've seen.
All right, then I've never seen Grandpa before. This is new.
I mean, we're not going to see Grandpa either outside of that picture. We know Grandpa died.
I mean, that's what they do.
Yeah. Not my grandparents. They're all alive in their 90s.
They're immortal cyborgs.
I mean, I told you my grandfather, he's become very fatalistic.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. He's like, we don't buy green bananas in this house.
He might not make it, huh?
Yeah, he's like, Death is coming over to play chess. I'm going to call him a pussy.
I got a date with a guy.
Yeah, I got to see a guy about a death.
There's no time for banana.
And my grandma's like, yeah, I got cirrhosis. They have to take me in for squeezing every month. I'm like, Grandma, no.
It's just a little palpation. It's fine.
Yeah, they squeeze all this water out of me and I lose 10 pounds.
It's wonderful. I wish I discovered this in my youth.
Ugh. I mean, I've waken up in the morning and I've lost 10 pounds through various excretions, but I can't imagine what it's like for her. God, the most hungover I've ever been in my life was Thailand in like 2008. Oh. And Thailand, most of the places, they have normal toilets. But they do something called a full moon party once a month where you go on the full moon on one island and it's just all the European kids there to party. And they'll serve you what's called a bucket. And a bucket is a bottle of Thai Red Bull, a bottle of whiskey, and a bottle of Coke inside a beach bucket.
Wow.
And it was the most hungover I've ever been in my life. And I wake up and wherever I woke up at, and that was the first squat toilet I ever had to deal with.
I managed to avoid squat toilets when I was in Japan. I wasn't going out of my way, I just never encountered one.
Oh, when were you in Japan?
3 years ago.
Nice. Were you there for vacation or are you doing jet or anything?
No, I was over there just for vacation, and immediately when I got home, I was like, man, how can I teach some math over here? This is where all the stuff I like is.
Oh, they will let you teach math.
I know I'm not good at stuff, but maybe if I can, doctor my way through some stuff, they'll let me come in.
All the systems over there are just completely messed up.
Yeah.
I've looked into immigration. But, yeah, when the world ends, they're not a great, attractive option.
Yeah, I know. They got a history. Midge's grandma is amazing. She is, Chinese from China. And she likes to tell us that when she was younger, they could have and bring Japanese friends over to the house, but her grandmother would always ask them one question.
What question?
What did your family do during the war?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Grandma goes for the throat.
Grandma is a gangster, and it's awesome.
Grandma's the one who's going to drink that baijiu with you at your wedding, right?
Grandma, is going to be pretending that she does not speak fluent English and Cantonese so that she can spy on people.
Oh my God. I love her.
Yeah. Oh, she's so great.
Like, I love her already. How does she feel about you?
The first time she met me, I ate a whole lot of food, and apparently that was a good thing to do, so hey.
That's the way to do it. Did she make it?
I mean, no, but I think she probably had a hand in the selection, so, it's a good thing that, Midge is involved with a guy that just loves eating, but also doesn't want to get so heavy his joints collapse, so I just do a whole lot of running on top of that.
I'm 100% with you.
Yeah, I just running long distance so I could just pile more food in the hole.
That is exactly why I work out, just so I can eat everything.
Yeah, it's great.
It's the best. Like, I'm never going to have a six-pack because I like to eat too much. But who needs one? I'm already married. Yeah, see? I said, does Midge cook?
Oh, she's an amazing cook.
Oh, what does she cook?
I mean, you can pretty much name it. She was going to actually go to the CIA.
Narc.
Yeah, somebody those colonists, they're out of control.
I'm just being a jackass.
Hey, I got you. But yeah, no, she was informed that like that was not a choice for her because the family ran restaurants. So.
No way, they run a restaurant?
Oh yeah, they were restaurateurs.
Oh shit.
Yeah. My family was not as cool when they came over, but they just worked in canneries.
I come from a long lines of what they call in Yiddish, Goniffs and Schnorrers.
Okay.
Thieves and beggars.
Oh, nice.
And so all my grandparents got rich by hook or by crook. Like my grandfather, all his brothers basically committed crimes or got essentially lucky or came over from the old country with everyone else's diamonds that they didn't give him for safekeeping and stole them.
I don't see a problem with that.
My Uncle Saul came over from Poland in 1941 and everyone gave him their jewelry for safekeeping. And in 1965, one of those families saw Uncle Saul walking down the street in Houston, pulled out a gun and went, "There's that son of a bitch that stole my diamonds."
Oh.
Right? Started shooting at him. Oh, real quick. This is one of my favorite scenes because it's right after Grandpa's passing. Which don't celebrate Grandpa passing. But it's Lars doing his best.
I haven't seen Gammy, not his computer.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, Lars. Oh, buddy.
Love him to death. Oh my god. I need to find this track. This track is a banger.
Like I did listen to music after, a recent death in the family, but it was not nearly as upbeat as this, and that was not my reaction.
It's completely inappropriate, but it seems to work here.
It works for Lars. I mean, I wouldn't expect less of him.
If you see Grandma's just kind of dead inside.
Yeah.
I love you, Grandma. Also, Mom is still the best character in this game by far.
I mean, she's just everything's coordinated with everything.
Yeah. And she's definitely got a rich inner life.
Mm.
This whole floor is hide and go seek, which is a huge pain in the ass.
What was the... I know Ocarina of Time had that, but there was some Super Nintendo game RPG I remember playing that did the hide and go seek thing.
Oh man.
I can do without those. Or the follow but don't get too close mechanic. You got to do the thing over again.
Oh god, this is one of those obscure RPGs. I gotta think about this. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. Oh, well, I have you here, Mr. Math Teacher.
Yes, sir.
What is an imaginary number?
Imaginary number is something that is a square root of a negative.
Is that the only criteria?
That's the short and quick one.
Then there's only one imaginary number, I thought.
Square root of -1, square root of -2, square root of -1.5. I mean, there's an infinite number of imaginary numbers.
I done fucked it up. But I know that's I.
Yeah.
Hey, I learned something. I haven't used that shit in like 20 years.
Well, I is equal to the square root of -1. So if you see something like 3i, it's just saying, all right, take 3, multiply that sucker by square root -1.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I learned a thing, but I might have if you were my teacher.
It's a cycle of 4. You got your I to the 0, that's 1. You got your I, square root of -1. You got your I squared, that's -1. You got your I cubed. Now that one, my friend, -I. And it just repeats again.
What?
Oh yeah, it's nuts, I know. Those exponents, they'll get you.
You done conquered my universe.
That's math, buddy.
Fuck, my only weakness. Math always kind of made me angry because it was all rote memorization until I got to college and I took philosophy. And philosophy, you have to take a course on symbolic logic.
Okay.
Which is all writing proofs. It's all proofs all day.
Yeah.
And that shit just clicked. Like, there was a double curve in that class, 1 over like 40 and 1 over 97.
Interesting.
And I'm like, wait, I understand this. And then like all the math I didn't really understand as a kid started like filtering in and clicking.
Yeah.
Like, damn. Things could have been different.
I was like a history guy in high school. Like I did fine in math. I got B's. I just never wanted to study. So they never really put me into honors things. But then when I got into college and didn't want to learn another language, I started trying hard in math. And oh, look at that. I got on Dean's list. It was fancy.
Nice. Look at you, fancy boy.
Oh, I graduated with honors. I'm very smart on paper.
Yeah, on paper.
On paper, I'm respectable.
I respect you.
I look real good on paper. It's just, when they find out like I'm a debauched fails blues man, then it gets a little icky.
Wait, you're debauched fails blues man?
Oh yeah, I blew like so many years as a musician before I got into teaching.
No shit, what did you play?
Just throwing money down a hole. I was actually taught how to play bass, taught myself guitar, and a whole bunch of others.
Can you sing?
I can yell.
I mean, that's good enough.
I send me your address later. I still have a whole bunch of stuff in the garage somewhere.
Absolutely. I was going to say, well, now's not a good time to ask you to belt out the grandma's in her deathbed blues.
No, because she really is.
Oh, poor grandma.
So now, is this game mean enough to actually give you 64 floors, or is that just, kind of talking about like bits and powers of 2?
It's just bits and powers of 2. Okay, there's only 5 floors.
Okay, that's oof. All right.
And I think we're on number 4.
Yeah, I remember seeing 3 earlier. This sounds like it should be 4, but I know
the game does have a 100-floor nightmare dungeon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know that, was it Lufia 2 had the randomly generated 100 cave, and I remembered hearing that like this one had something similar.
Yeah. Oh man, I never made it to the bottom of that cave.
That might be a future ghost stream. I had never played all the way through the Lufias.
I tried earlier this year to try Luffy again. And man, I just got kind of bored halfway through going up one of the towers. The puzzles are great.
Yeah.
Ah, old man hiding.
Bastard.
Yeah, I know your secrets, old man.
It's like you've done this before.
Thank God there are no locker rooms here.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't miss working at a YMCA and having to go like do locker room duty and just.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm working out, whatever, it's a locker room. I'm getting changed, I'm showering, I'm doing my thing. But like to have to make sure no tomfoolery is going on, oh boy.
Oh, how often does tomfoolery occur in there? At the YMCA locker room, there's even a song about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say an awful lot. An awful lot.
I mean, it's in the name. I love this right here. It's such a stupid joke. Oh man, I'm so sorry you have to deal with that.
It kind of reminds me of the kick in the groin gag from Lisa.
I need to watch that LP. Because Dog is a cool dude, and I know that's one of his favorites.
I love when he does the painful mode, once every year, I think, right?
Oof.
I haven't done painful, but... Or the pain mode, not the painful. When just the pain mode runs.
Way back in the early days of the internet, this is one of those things that stuck with me.
Yeah.
Was the guy who made OkCupid used to do stupid science projects on his own website. Like, what happens if we leave meat out?
Wait, was he that guy that like Dave Grohl started hanging out with and doing weird stuff with?
I don't know about that one. I'll have to look into this.
Okay.
But one of his projects was he just said, I'm going to go in the bathroom of the YMCA locker room and rub my bare feet all over the shower tiles and see how long it takes me to get athlete's foot.
It's a terrible idea.
Guess what happened?
I always had shower shoes.
God. He 100% got athlete's foot and I think tendonitis.
Oh.
Not tendonitis. I think it's cellulitis.
Oh, okay. Cellulitis.
Yeah, just whatever inflamed him enough to the point where he had to go to the hospital and stop the project.
Yeah, I never got athlete's foot, despite being a young athlete. But I did get a plantar wart once because I went to get a deep tissue massage because I got a busted up body, and the damn place didn't properly clean down their flip flops.
Oh man.
Yeah, but see, Midge, she taught me only go to Korean spas because they clean.
They totally clean, but there's a lot of tomfoolery there.
I thankfully have not gone into any of that because the one that we go to is a unisex one, so there's like people watching out for that.
There is a co-ed one here, but apparently if you go early in the morning after the strip club's let out, right?
Well, there's your problem.
It's not me. I'm not going.
Like there was a 24-hour diner, a stone's throw from a titty bar over by my father's house. And, if you were there at a certain time of night, you knew you were going to see some action. Like one time, shortly after Heath Ledger died, maybe like, two really drunk people came in and were screaming about who knew him better and what a nice guy he was.
Oh my God.
And I was just trying to eat a pita stuffed full of cheeseburger, but I got to check that out instead. It was great.
God, I miss being 17 and like being at the Denny's when only the goth kids and drunk people are out.
I can't do Denny's. I am 0 for 2 there, not getting food poisoning lifetime.
I understand completely. Like, when I was a kid, I'd be like, let's go see the midnight movie. God, doesn't that sound exhausting now?
The place I used to always like to go after movie stuff was the Ground Round, which I think was like a local chain knockoff of Bennigan's.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The one we used to go to actually burned down. For the longest time, you just saw like the cement husk of it on the side of the highway.
That's kind of awesome. I got to talk about the game real quick. So they've been slowly progressing the belts up to the point where you're finally fighting black belts.
Okay.
And these old men sages and guardians. The problem is Mom is so powerful she can roughhouse them to death with one move. Like, we're ending all these fights in one move. It's just all Mom all day, like it should be.
Yeah.
Like, the black belts are supposed to have more moves as they keep getting more belts, but
you're not seeing them. So, as the goon, are you able to grift away their moves?
You can't grift away their moves, but you can grift resilience and patience from the old men, which allow you to counter or like reflect all your magic.
Okay.
But I don't need to. We got Mom.
So you're saying you don't need to steal when you've got a mom?
I mean, Mom won't let us steal.
Yeah, that would be her shortcoming, if any.
There is a very brief period where you haven't found yet where Mom, there's like a dungeon where you first get Mom where she will not let you steal. And you have to hit that dungeon either in this very brief window or in the post game.
Ooh.
But what Mom don't know won't hurt her.
Yeah. She's looking the other way, like
yes.
with our good friend Jonathan Bear.
Mom
will believe a lie.
Mom will totally believe a lie about sweet Jim Jam. That poor thing. She means well.
She's trying.
Everyone is doing their best. And Dad's trying real hard to impress her. Big mood, man.
He's just yelling algebra and she's being polite.
I mean, that's what she's into.
Oh, okay. Well, hey. He's really hit it on this time.
I mean, this is what I imagine your relationship is like. An amazing lady and the man who spouts math at her.
I say no math to her, please. If I stick strictly to my contract most of the time. You got my rare math lesson off the clock.
No, wait, what are your responsibilities in the contract?
I clean the cat.
Oh God, the worst chore on earth.
Yeah, I wear hot pants. The responsible things.
You gotta run for those, man.
Oh, I do.
Have you ever done the full 26?
No, but I have done the half marathon just to see if I could. In at like just over 2 hours, which really got me upset. It's like, man, if I just hustled a little bit, I would have come in right under that.
Oh man, I want to do one just once so I can eat an entire pizza afterward. Like, that's my only goal, is just so I can eat an entire pizza by myself and no one could say, don't eat that.
I've eaten an entire pizza by myself a number of times and nobody has said, don't eat that.
This is the part that redeems Uncle Lars. Right here. Uncle Lars is a bro. I like all these little memory bits a whole lot.
Lars, he's a great guy.
Geoff, it's been a pleasure, man. Thanks for hanging.